Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our live stream where we are going to be going over the bracket for our upcoming New Year's Revolution PvP tournament. I am GM Raiden. Here with me is GM Storm. GM Storm, I haven't really talked to you since last year. We haven't had you.
It's been a long time. But
Way
excited to see. Way too long since last year, like you said. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what we've got on our hands here. What is this the first time we're ever doing this here? So
technically,
yeah, exciting.
We never really made the bracket live on stream, but what we're gonna do is we put 16 teams from the New Year's Revolution PvP tournament into this wheel, and we're gonna spin them, and then we're gonna see who is going to be facing who in this double elimination bracket this Friday and Saturday. But going over the list, we have Lab Rats, Low Tears, Mana, Melty Blood, Queen Never Cry, Seraphim, Shimova, Strinova. Thanks, Auntie Shimo. Really? We had Thanks, Uncle Shimo previously. Now we have Auntie Shimo.
They're going through all the family tree there.
The Last Dance, The Two Stooges, Cycle Factory, Grotto, and Gun and Shield, Iconic Shrimp Glow, and Bawal Hello Quitius. I have no idea how to pronounce this name.
Let's call him BHK.
BHK makes me think of something completely different. It makes me think of like blonde-haired kid or something. And I don't know if any of them are a blonde-haired kid.
We'll have to ask him and find out maybe.
We will. Give me also one quick moment because I did need to do this for you. Here you go. Let me also move this thing so I can actually see it as well. But yeah, chat. Let us know if there is anything with the audio. I do have the game open in the background, giving some tunes. Although it's a little bit low, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. There we go. By the way, make sure you join our Discord, ! Discord in our Twitch chat. If you want to join the Discord and participate in our giveaways. We currently have one going on right now. I say as I'm kind of currently setting it up. Never mind. Apparently the bot doesn't want to respond. There we go.
Shanae saying they had no idea these were going to be drawn live. Yeah, and in a pretty exciting fashion.
Mm-hmm. But we got 10 winners who are going to get 500 Kuching in the daily Discord giveaway. 2 hours to enter. It is now live. So if you are not in our Discord, join the Discord.
Can I win this giveaway?
No, you cannot.
Oh, fortunate. Maybe next time.
But Storm, why don't you tell them about the pre-registration?
Hang on 1 second. Trying to take a look at these.
Hey, give me 1 second. I'm going to be looking a little off screen so I can move this monitor a little bit so I can actually see the chat because the other monitor is not really working right now. Oh, there we go. Discord command is working. Thank you. Elsword is still kicking in. Yes, of course it is, Chica Chica. Oh, this music is so good. Sadly, Storm can't hear it from my screen because I'm not sharing it with him.
I can't hear.
You can listen to it on the stream. Alright, There we go. Giveaway is now live for the Discord people. But yeah, if you guys are watching the stream, head to our Discord, and boom, you can join on in. But
do we have a command in the chat for the pre-registration as well?
I believe we do. I remember I did put one in the previous.
Was it
Winter update?
winter update?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's still a few days left to pre-register if you haven't done so. Giving out quite a few rewards, and of course we have the Hyper Punch Master, plus 11 Vestige of Soul, and Carefree Collection event, and a little bit more going on right now. But next week, January 15th, we're going to have new mod 4 skills added for Elsword, Rena, Eve, Rose, and Labby. That's quite a lot of new skills that are going to be coming out.
Yep, and you got 1 week left. 1 week left to do it, so don't miss out. Don't wait till the last minute.
And the best part about this pre-registration reward cube that you can get for pre-registering, you get one of those mod skills for free, thanks to the book that we're giving you. So definitely take advantage of it. You can also use it for one of the later characters, if you prefer. Okay. Now, we have 16 teams. We had a total of around 18 teams. From my recollection. So, 2 of the teams, unfortunately, they did register a little bit after the 16, so they will be put on substitutes, just in case any of these 16 teams cannot make it. I've already contacted them to let them know. But all these teams are going into top 16 on Friday, and on Saturday we're going to be doing top 8. So, we're going to be rolling match 1. Now, Storm, who do you want to see?
Who do I want to see for match 1?
Exactly.
I mean, BHK maybe. I'd love to see BHK.
Okay, BHK. But who do you want them to face?
I would say maybe thanks Auntie Shimo. We saw thanks Uncle Shimo last time, so maybe we'll get to see Auntie Shimo right off the bat. And I'm assuming that they'll be at the top of the bracket, so this might be like the first match that we would get to come Friday.
Yep, this is going to be match 1. With that said, spin the wheel.
Oh, it was close.
We have Gun and Shield. All right, so a little bit of info on Gun and Shield, actually. Gun and Shield featuring Pyro Cannons and AYS Player. Pyro Cannon has participated in the 2022 end of the year 1 vs. 1 tournament. Didn't get very far. They are playing the Tempest Burster and sticking with the Tempest Burster even. So definitely some love for the Tempest Burster, and also kind of like a little thing. This is before the new mod skills, and I know like that Rose might be wanting those mod skills, but gonna have to rely on their very big tools. But this is actually going to be interesting.
2022. That's a long time ago. Mm-hmm. They haven't played in a single tournament since. So.
They probably have, and I just couldn't find them because I tried finding like trying to look through all the previous tournaments, seeing like what can I get from all of them, and I couldn't really find everyone. Some people are using different names, different characters even, so it wasn't the most easy of things. Pyrocan may have participated on a different character for all we know. And their teammate will be AYS Player, Codescentia, someone who has been around for a long time, and even Joyer, even sharing a lot of different advice for other players to play Codescentia, and showing some progress as well. I know like they do a lot of Abyss raids. They show like, oh, like I can do this, I can do this. So you don't ever have to worry about like what kind of Essentia player you are. They play support Codescentia, they play DPS Codescentia, and they're willing to help you out. So definitely check them out on our Discord. All right, so we have Gun and Shield. I'm going to add them in. I don't think I changed the center. Nope, actually no, the center's right. I'll just fix it up. Oh, you know what I can do? What I should have probably done. I'll have to do that later. But let's see who they will be facing. Yesterday, we're doing it live.
We have no idea.
Yeah, don't worry about the bracket, Egotis. We will be having it for the PvP tournament. And Gun and Shield will be up against Shimova.
I believe the 300 viewers is for the live stream this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So not this one specifically.
Yeah, it's not for this one. It is for Friday and Saturday. And that's 2 300 Kaching giveaways that we'll be doing if we reach 300 viewers for both of them. Now, if we reach 300 on Friday, but not Saturday, we just have the one on Friday. But if we reach it only on Saturday, but not Friday, then we only have it on Saturday. But if you can get us to 300 viewers on Friday and Saturday, that's 2 300 Kaching giveaways. For 5 minutes, we'll have a Google form available to fill out. Everyone who fills it out will get 300 Kaching. And that's 2 days. You can get 600. You just got to get us there. I just got a message, so I just want to check that real quick. All right. So now we have Team Shimova. Ironically, I think one of them is in the chat right now, if I remember correctly. Is the team of Unchecked, a Mad Paradox player, and Goddess, who will be playing Mischief. I know like a lot of people have been talking about Mischief in PvP. We haven't really seen many Lithias in our PvP tournaments. Well, the past PvP tournament. When we did do it, we mostly saw Gemless. We didn't really see Mischief at the time.
Hey,
but,
you know I love my Lithia, so I'm excited to see that.
Mm-hmm. Am I like? We only really came up with one match so far. We still have a few more to go, and about 43 minutes left. But don't worry, we're going to be going through it pretty quickly. Anonymous Night, that will be on the Friday and Saturday streaming. Friday is going to be at 5 p.m., Saturday at 12 p.m. That's when we're going to be starting. Yeah, Pacific. Mischief is just made for PvP. I know like a lot of people who like her in PvE too. But going over this, Unchecked was actually one of the players who qualified for our international tournament back in 2019, Storm. The international tournament where we sent 2 players to Korea to participate in a world championship. Unfortunately, Unchecked did not make it. Partnered up with Silver Shimo, or Shimo Taiho rather. They did well. I mean, the fact that they qualified is an amazing achievement all on its own. And Unchecked, I tried looking for them in some of our prior tournaments. I couldn't really find them. Maybe they did, and I just missed them. But other than that, they're coming back. And I can't wait to see what they do.
Sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that one.
And then we have Goddess, who is definitely no stranger to our PvP tournaments. They actually were the winner of the Lithia second PvP tournament that we held last year. They go by many names. Noir, She. They won the 2023 end of the year 2v2 Storm. If I remember correctly, wasn't that like one of your first tournaments?
I think it might have been.
Yeah. Anonymous Knight, here is your live stream shout out.
Glad we kept that one.
X Luna, welcome to the stream. But yeah, definitely like a lot of power in there, in that Mischief. I do see AYS player in the chat. Hey, welcome. Okay, next up. We're gonna roll to see who's gonna be part of match 2. Mauricia Ledelavia. I'm just gonna call you Mauricia. Make sure you eat a fish, ladies and gentlemen. They are the popular person for that. And for match 2, we have Iconic Shrimp Glow.
Love the name.
Yeah. Would you like to tell us a little bit about Iconic Shrimp Glow?
Well, Iconic Shrimp Glow has Sandanzu and Yoon Girl. Sandanzu on the Twins Lucario and Yoon Girl on Apsara there, and it's their first time joining a tournament. Wow, that's exciting.
Yep. If there's like one thing that we always love to see, it's new people joining these PvP tournaments because you never know what to expect from them.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know like some people like they look at PvP rankings and like, oh, I can't wait like to see like the star rank player and all that. But the thing is, we have seen players who have no rank go far in tournaments. This could be one of them.
Could be. Maybe they're under a different alias, or are you for sure they've never played?
That's actually possible.
Okay.
I did try to look for them and I couldn't really find any info about them.
I love that.
But I do see Sandanzu as Twins Picaro. I may have to double check that though because I have tried contacting the player because I went to like do a little bit of research and it's like I'm finding a completely different thing. Maybe they forgot to update the name or change the class. So I'm definitely gonna get some word on that. And then we have a young girl, as you mentioned, playing the Apsara, which is a very good PvE and PvP class. You got the flying kite to just home in on enemies. You got the spiritual dragon. You can build up your ores very quickly with her compared to the other classes. So this is definitely going to be an interesting thing to see. The composition is probably going to be like Apsara lowers your defense. Twins Picaro just deals a lot of that damage. So we're definitely going to see how well they also work together. Because being a first-time like PvP team, you kind of have to wonder, how well do they work together? So we're definitely going to find out this Friday and Saturday.
That we will.
Can I join if I'm from Oshi? Perry, do you mean the tournament or do you mean the giveaway stuff? If you mean the tournament, unfortunately registration is already closed. As long as you're playing in the NA server, because this is an NA tournament, you are allowed to enter. But you have to sign up for any future tournaments that we hold. If you mean the giveaway, as long as you're playing the NA or the international server that we host, you can actually qualify. And I know like there's been like a lot of people from the international server who have like kind of been wondering for a PvP tournament. Don't worry, I got you guys. I'm going to be working on some potential plans for a PvP tournament for you. We're probably going to have to do like something similar to before where we split with Southeast Asia and Latin America. Just because of like, of course, like latency and all that. But we're definitely going to be working on it, something for the future to see like what we can do. And so you guys can have a PvP tournament too. But if you guys don't have to worry, the giveaway that we'll be hosting on Friday and Saturday, if we reach 300 viewers, you guys can participate in. So that's 300 ka-ching. Just the PvP tournament. In that case, Perry, you just have to make sure you're a player of the NA region. Maybe INT, as I just talked about, since we're maybe hosting a future tournament. And then you just gotta sign up. If it's a 2v2, you just gotta find a partner. But with that said, let's find out who Iconic Shrimp Glow is gonna be facing off against. And it is Team Mana. All right, Team Mana. This will be an interesting one.
Yeah, they've got some experience on their hands, it looks like.
Would you like to go over that?
Do you know these guys?
Pegopus, not so much.
Okay.
Like Pegopus is a name that doesn't sound familiar, and I tried looking up like did they have any previous names? Did they sign up in previous terms? Couldn't find them. But checking out our website, we do have online PvP rankings currently on the website. Ranked 135 is Radiant Soul, or just in general, rather. So the rank is pretty much all characters, but Triple S rank Radiant Soul. And I know Radiant Soul can be a menace in PvP with the resets and, of course, the Groggy.
Should be an interesting matchup, to say the least. Some players who have some experience going up against some players who are new to it, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, again, like we said before, it's those unranked, those first-timers that you never really can tell in some cases. But But then we have Malkuth, who is playing the Hersher. What can you tell us about them, Storm?
They have a different alias. It looks like they joined with Lithia and took top 16 in the previous PvP tournament that we did. I think that was back in, was that August? The Solus PvP tournament?
I want to say around August.
Yeah, around there. So they were at the top 16 then. I can't recall how many teams we had exactly, but so they've got some experience.
Yeah, I want to say it was about 20, but yeah, they they actually did pretty well. They played Gembliss, actually. They were one of the only Gembliss representatives, actually, playing with, if I remember the name, it was Blue, who was Richter. And they had a really great combination with stopping your mana break, and then all of a sudden, there's your health bar. You can't break it, but you're getting hit one time just to lose all that health. But yeah, formerly Sir Elohan, who has participated in tournaments prior, even our GM PvP live streams many years ago, playing Hersher. Hersher, we know, is actually pretty dangerous. And so Malcolm, who has played with an Ein and is playing Ein, knows the ins and outs of Ein. So they probably already know like how this Radiant Soul combination is going to work with them.
All right, looking forward to seeing that one.
My mom just asked, is that my friend? Because I used to watch a YouTuber out loud straight from my laptop years ago. Now you need to be friends with her too. Storm, you can be her friend. All right, next up. So we have Mana. Match number 3. Our first team is going to be The Last Dance.
All right. The name could have so many meanings.
And The Last Dance is definitely an interesting team when you think about it, Storm.
That it is. Shiro's on that one.
Shiro and
a lot of experience there.
Yep, and Suis, who was our previous Solace tournament winner with Mana Potion at the time, playing the Dominator. Suis is sticking with it. Watch out for their Starfalls. That's the short version I can give you of Suis and playstyle. Watch out for Starfall.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup with anyone who's going to go up against them. So, good luck on that side of the bracket.
Also, hey, Lolly Slayer, I see you in the chat. Lolly Slayer, I know you PvP. I've fought you a few times. When are you joining one of these tournaments? I want to see your Lucille in there. You can play whatever character that you want on your account, Chica. It doesn't have to be your main. If you're, like, say your main is better for, like, PvE, but you're not really good with them in PvP, but you have another character that you are good with in PvP, you can play that character instead. Right? You're not restricted to just your main character, but it has to be from your account. But as you mentioned, for The Last Dance, we also have Shiro playing the Code Antithes. Multiple tournaments, took 3rd place in the Solace tournament alongside Choli, actually. And Choli, we'll get to him when we get to him. I'm just going to say that. But let's see who The Last Dance is going to be facing off in match 3 of this tournament.
I pity this team.
And it's going to be Cycle Factory. And Cycle Factory, featuring Moby and Anima. Dominator and a Richter. So we're going to have 2 Dominators. So this is going to be the match of who gets Starfall out first and then gets the drone activator connection. Richter can put that silence on you, so you can't really use a skill to get out of it. But Code Entities is going to be hard to hit, even with Richter. But Richter does have some aerial movement. You job change to Opheron? Okay. Opheron then. Let's see. Now I gotta think about Opheron stuff, because we haven't really seen an Opheron for these PvP tournaments, Storm. Now that you think about it.
I can't recall from the last one.
And your partner job change.
You're saying it, I believe it.
Okay. This does make sense. We did give out a job change ticket, a class change ticket recently, and some of the players who probably signed up for the tournament did sign up before the ticket came out. And we do allow you to change your class before brackets are made. So as long as all these are done beforehand, we're okay with it. So it's not going to be a battle of Dominator mirrors with a side of Richter and Code Entities now. It's now going to be Doombringer Opheron. So, Doombringer, very scary class in PvP, actually. We have seen quite a number of Doombringers in the past for NA and International, actually. One of the biggest ones I can think of, I forgot his name already, but he's in the International server. We've seen him in the Latin America brackets, and he tends to either take first place or barely losing to get second. So, I wish I could remember his name. But I know that there's quite a number of Doombringer players out there. Using that full burst into the Conqueror, getting a lot of damage. And we have seen some changes with Doombringer, especially since the balance update. So we'll have to see how that's going to affect this tournament, too. Because, granted, we did have the balance patch before the Solace tournament. We haven't seen the full extent of it. Like, we saw like quite a bit of it, but we didn't see all the classes or the characters participate. But we're seeing a bit more, and there have been some additional changes over time. So maybe this will be a big change. We'll have to see. But Anima has definitely been a participant in our PvP GM live streams. Trying to snipe out former CM Rush in his Blue Hen. Trying to be the victor and leader of Eintopia, as they call it. But unfortunately, it's never come to fruition. Most of the time, I think. All right, Cycle Factory is going to be up against Team The Last Dance. All right, next match. This will be match number 4. As the music is getting intense. And we have.
This is the last match of this part of the bracket.
Oh, no. This is only 4. We still have 4 more matches after this because it's top 16.
Oh, so for this part of the bracket. The top half of the bracket.
Oh, right. I mean, technically it's a double elimination, so there is a lower half with the loser's bracket, but either way, the Two Stooges. Two Stooges, featuring Yukari Ad and Master Runes. Mad Paradox and Genesis. So that's a lot of magic damage. Genesis we've seen a lot of in the King of Elsword tournament, which was the Elsword character-specific tournament. We saw SSLG Hero run the Genesis many times in these PvP tournaments, and that's a lot of damage just from commands, and that's not including like all the skills that he has. And then you have Yukari out on the Mad Paradox. Mad Paradox has gotten quite a few changes that made his PvP gameplay a lot better. One of the biggest ones being the Dark Matter Explosion changes that came with his revamp. So, we'll definitely have to see how this plays out. A lot of magic damage, a lot of synergy with those two. But who are they going to be up against, Storm?
Let's see.
They will be up against Lab Rats. Tell us a little bit about Lab Rats.
Lab Rats, Sevi and Bloody Thorns have got a Doombringer and Revenant. So it'll be an interesting matchup. And both have a little bit of PvP experience as well. Looks like Bloody Thorns took third place in the 1v1 tournament for North America, I almost said last year, 2023. And Sevi looks like they have some participation from 2023 as well. So it's been a little bit for them.
Yeah, Bloody Thorns took third place in the 2023 North America 1v1 tournament that we had for, I believe it was end of the year. And Sevi, who participated in both of the 2023 end of the year tournaments, the 1v1 and the 2v2 that we had. Bloody Thorns, I know, has actually gone by different names in the past, but despite using a different name, did play the Revenant. And I know a lot of people who were behind him too, and feel that he is probably one of like a really good 1v1 Revenant player, considered like one of the best at the time. Will that still hold true? Well, right now, kind of hard to say because, well, this is a 2v2, so we can't really say he's the best 1v1 player. But can he hold his own in a 2v2 setting? Make sure I got them. Okay. Next match.
8 teams remain.
Team Seraphim. Let's see. Team Seraphim. Oh! I mentioned his name, and all of a sudden he is actually... well, he wasn't chosen next, but he was chosen right after. SSLG Hero and Flight on Genesis and Minerva, respectively. This is actually going to be a very interesting one. So, Storm, you were never around when this happened. But many years ago, we held a weekly live stream event called Rushine Roulette, which was GM Rush's idea. And we would roll 2 people to partner up. And then they would face off against each other. Whoever wins remains. And it's like a King of the Hill style PvP, mini PvP tournament, we'll say.
Okay.
Flight, who went by Brisks at the time, wanted SSLG Hero every week. And I know why. And
why is that?
Because he knew that they would work great together. And now they're going to show it. The thing is, Brisk was a Centurion back in the day. But he has played numerous different classes. He has played Morpheus. He has played Celestia. He plays Tempest Burster. He plays Minerva now. I'm trying to remember what he played in the previous tournament. I want to say maybe the previous tournament it was Tempest Burster. Doing a really good job with it. And Brisk is not someone that you can just... Oh, he's playing on a character that he doesn't main. That's just easy. No. He plays a lot of these classes, and he plays a lot of them well because he knows the ins and outs of them. And then you have SSLG Hero, who's the opposite. He mainly plays this class. He switched this class the moment it came out, Storm. And he's been on it ever since. And if there's one thing we can say about SSLG Hero, he has performed admirably in a lot of these tournaments, getting high ranks in all of them. Before he would never really get first place. He'd get like maybe second place, maybe a third place, and then he finally got his first place win.
So expect good things from this team in this tournament.
Exactly.
And pity whoever they're going to play against. That we'll find out next.
Minerva is going to also be the interesting one because we don't really see many Minervas in these PvP tournaments. But when we do, Penetrating Bullet is the thing to watch out for. A single hit nuke that'll go across the screen faster than you can blink. If you're not careful, Flight is going to nuke your HP bar from full to nothing. So that's a lot of damage coming out from this composition. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, that's what we love to see. A lot of damage.
This is also going to be an interesting thing to mention as well. We only have 20 minutes left, but we still have a few more teams to pull. We are going to have a special guest on Saturday join Storm and myself for the PvP tournament. So definitely tune in to see who it is. All right. Who is Seraphim's opponent? Unless we already chose their opponent, I'm just blanking right now. But we have Grotto. I don't know if that's like meant to be like grotto, but just like an interesting way to say it. Oh boy, this one's gonna be a very interesting match. Oh, some people might be upset because this is a top 16 and not like semifinals tier match.
Well, at least it's double elimination, so
that's true.
Through that, you'll make it out of the losers bracket. Some, get maybe a rematch later on. Who knows?
That's true. And these two players have fought SSLG Hero and Flight before. Flight, at least, from in the previous tournaments. Not together, granted, but separately. And in the same time, these two are joining for the first time, to my knowledge. We have Beyond, who has gone by so many names in these PvP tournaments to the point where I had to be like, did you change your name and not tell me after we made the bracket with your old name? It's like, oh my god, I forgot. Okay. You dummy. And then I have to be like, okay, I have to check with you. Is your name still this? But we have Beyond, the Comic Crusader. They play quite a bit of Chung, but Comic Crusader is their bread and butter. And we don't see many Comic Crusaders in these PvP tournaments. But when we do, one of them is him. And man, does he put on a clinic. Beware Artillery Nova. And next we have one of the freshest players that we've ever seen, Mint.
Freshest.
Mint on the Richter, someone who has been around for quite a long time as well, and has been a Ein enjoyer for a long time. And I'm trying to remember, but I think that they also joined on the Ein tournament that we held. They didn't take first place, they took second. And they had an amazing showing. But more often than not, they join these 2v2 tournaments with various different partners, and they do a really good job showing, like, not just their own gameplay, but their teamwork that Richter can have with everyone else. So, I'm definitely interested to see how this Richter Comic Crusader comp is going to be like, because it's not exactly a comp that we usually see. And, yep, to actually point out, Mint took second place in our Goddess Messenger Ein tournament. And I didn't mention this earlier, and I should have. I can't believe I blanked on it. But Malkuth was also in that tournament and took first place away from Mint. Now, granted, they are a bit of ways away from each other in the bracket. If they can get to each other, do you think we're going to have to see a bit of a bloodbath there, Storm?
Yeah, that'll be a fun one.
I'll be honest, I just love watching Ein players just, like, get in on these matches. Because there's always, like, so much cool tech that they have. And the movement is just, like, a part of it. So I'm definitely interested in seeing, like, some of these Ein players. But we need to choose our next match's participants. Team number 1 for match number 6, I believe.
I don't think Grotto was removed from that, by the way.
I'll double check, just to make sure. But we have Strenova.
Drenova.
Stranova featuring Yvette and X-Gaston. X-Gaston even in the chat, actually. So, Gaston, sit... Oh, no. Never mind. It's your turn. I'm so sorry, you're Tyrant. I know both of you for, like, Elsword and Ellis's players. So I saw your name, and I'm like, okay, it's the Ellis's player. And I thought you were in it. I am so sorry. But you're Tyrant. I need you in these PvP tournaments, too. Join the next one. If you don't, I will invite you. I would never know how I managed to get fourth in that. Oh, yeah, Anima, you took fourth in that tournament. I can't believe I forgot about that. Lumi, nice to see you as well. So for Team Stranova, we have Yvette playing the Liberator and X-Gaston playing the Bloody Queen. Bloody Queen, very dangerous class for both the player and the opponent. You use a little bit of your HP up whenever you cast your skills in PvP. Not as much as you do in PvE, for example. But your damage is through the roof. We've seen that Mod Brandis Breaker wipe out health bars from across the map. And Liberator. Storm, do you remember NYC in the previous tournament?
Maybe. Refresh my memory.
The match, I can't remember everyone. Actually, no. I remember, I think Lynn in NYC was up against Bandit, and I forget who the other person was. But Bandit was playing Liberator. And he took NYC's health bar in a single skill.
You know, I think we had a couple matches like that that were just kind of blown away by they just instantly perished. So
maybe, but in this case, I'm talking. He just spawned. He went from full HP to nothing.
That's unfortunate.
And it is actually a highlight that we have shared on our channels. Mod Shadow Ambush Go Burr. Indeed, Anima. So, are we going to see that again?
That's my hope.
Why did I just hear the game? Oh, I got the plus 11 Vestige Assault. That's what happened. Sweet. I can use that on one of my R's. Okay. Oh, yeah. Grazzo did not get hidden. Thank you for letting me know. There we go. Okay. Only 5 more teams left, so the opponents. Oh god, I can't believe I have to say this name. Stranova's opponents. Bilal Hello Quiddies. BHK.
BHK. It's going to be a fun name if we actually have to say that out loud every time.
I'll call them kitties.
Kitties. You have to say quit. No, I'm not going to attempt that one.
I am not going to do any more ooh speech after this. I survived Mod in Shadow Amber, so all I got was this shirt merch. When? Maybe. Whose team is BHK? It's good for you to ask, Press. That is going to be Soha, who is playing Shurya, and Gododama playing Nova Imperator. Nova Imperator, we definitely know as a class, is usually difficult to kill, especially in a full gear type setting. Get a little bit of a damage reduction to kind of keep your health up. Even with the overheat mechanic, boosting your damage and taking some HP for it, you're not that easy to kill. And then you got 1 revive from being awakened, and then you have a second revive from your title if you're running one. And a number of players like to run Fallen Free Shadow or Eclipse. But Gododama and Soha, not new to the tournament scene. They have participated in numerous tournaments in the past, even participated in our Solace tournament, winning a couple of matches as well. So let's see how far they go in this tournament. Can't wait to see that. Okay, we only have 4 teams left, which means now we decide who our next 2 matches are going to be. Our last 2 for top 16. Surprisingly, one of them is thanks Auntie Shimo. Alright, Melty Blood is our first team. Storm, tell us a little bit about Melty Blood.
Well, we've got Gaijin on the Code Serial, and we've got Bijou Lotus on the Immortal. Filling up that slot. And it is also a team that it's their first time joining the tournament. So another new team, which means a big question mark over them as to how they're going to perform and what we can expect from them.
That's for sure. And Code Serial, I know, is a class that a lot of people have kind of like said, how is it that she's so strong in PvP with like Mod Particle Ray, I believe? But we haven't really seen many Code Serials in PvP terms. I believe we did see either one or two in the previous one, but other than that, we haven't really seen them elsewhere.
Yeah, and it's the only one in this tournament, so looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with it.
Yeah, I know like many of the E players did happen to get with did happen to go Code Antithes, because Code Antithes has like a lot of power to it, a lot of movement as well, but you don't really have many options in terms of the homing. And Code Serial can just play Keep Away. Not fun to play against. Then again, Code Antithes can also play a bit of Keep Away, let's be honest. And can just make it so that, oh yeah, I'm going to try to trade with you on purpose, because I will win those trades. And then I will get you. But we also have Bijou Lotus playing the Immortal. And Immortal is a class that we have seen quite a bit in these tournaments. Immortal, in this case, won the King of Elsword tournament. The first one. The second one that featured the top players of each character was won by an Elysis. But that Elysis player won the King of Elsword tournament as Immortal. So we know the kind of damage that Immortal has. We know the power that Immortal has. Will we see that here? And
Can only hope so.
And yeah, Wishlock, we haven't rolled low tiers, but regardless of whether low tiers gets rolled here or not, we will know who they will be facing against. Let's find out. This is going to decide the final two matches of the New Year's Revolution PvP tournament this Friday. And it looks like it's going to be Thanks Auntie Shimo facing off against Melty Blood. While I'm at, I will add Queens Never Die and Low Tiers here as well.
Yeah, it's a tough draw. Thanks, Auntie Shima. A lot of experience on that team.
Actually got rid of Low Tiers. Yep. Alright, so let's start with Thanks Auntie Shimo. Thanks Auntie Shimo features He and Choli. He playing Twins Picaro, Choli playing the Nova Imperator. I did have to double check these ones just to make sure, because I saw Choli was playing Rage Hearts. I'm like, I know Choli plays all the Ravens. I know he can play on any of these Ravens, and I wouldn't bat an eye. But I need a check, and he's playing the Nova. And hit on the Twins Pick Row. So tell us a bit about Het, Storm.
Het, well, they are a strong contender in many of the past tournaments. And like I said just a minute ago, both of them a lot of experience. I haven't been a part of as many tournaments as you have, but the name Choli obviously has been in basically every single one of them. So that is going to be a tough draw for their opponent. I'm looking forward to seeing how far they make it in this tournament.
Mm-hmm. Choli kind of like being considered that sort of like the PvP tournament raid boss in a number of cases. to the point where we here at KOG Games have kind of like dubbed them the Immortal Choli at times. Because you don't kill the guy. If you get the kill on him, good, now do it again. But excuse me, sorry, I need to add a little bit of liquid to the throat. But yeah, as your Tyrant is saying in the chat, Choli actively 1v3s. That's scary. But he
can have his teammate turn on him and still win.
I don't know if he wants that to happen. In this case, Choli and Hair, going by the name Kiwi, been around for a long time, as you mentioned, and even playing on multiple different characters, especially the Labby and Eternity Winner specifically. These two have worked together quite a lot. So I don't think that they will actually 3v1. Or I don't think Hair's gonna just actively turn on Choli.
Sabotage the matches.
I think what Het might actually do, I'm gonna fly around. I'm gonna let Choli fight them. He's okay.
Gonna be a distraction.
Yeah, like he'll drop like a few of the graffiti marks all over, and if he hits someone, hey Choli, I got you a free catch. And if he misses, hey Choli, where are you?
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to see how they perform. I mean, as I mentioned before, like Choli has won many tournaments. He's also not won, first place at least. But he always shows up, and he always performs. Like SSLG Hero, always performs. Beyond, always performs. This is looking like a very scary bracket, but anyone can take it. Especially because we have 2 more teams to go over right now. The first one is going to be Queen Never Cry. They participated in the previous tournament. We have Mr. Blue playing the Overmind and Wari Kozo playing Twins Picaro. So we're seeing plenty of Twins Picaro this tournament. And Overmind is one of the few that we don't normally see. But they're both playing the same classes that they played last time. And Storm, you might remember, Mr. Blue was surprising us quite a bit actually.
I think I do recall that.
Like, some people, I think it was their first match, they thought, yeah, this doesn't look good for Overmind Twins Picaro. And all of a sudden, Mr. Blue was getting some really good Code Yellows. And Code Yellow being a very wide range attack that hits everyone in it on the opposing team. That is easy to connect and easy to deal a lot of damage. So we're going to have to see if Mr. Blue can do the same thing here. While Wari Kozo gets off those Cordamons or the... oh god, what's the punching one? I know everyone likes to say Dory Dory Punch because that's what the VA says, but I can never remember the actual skill name because of it. And last but not least, it is going to be actually tough for Queen Never Cry because they are playing against low tiers. Which I am calling shenanigans on. Now, Storm, why am I calling shenanigans?
Probably the 2 players that are on that team.
Would you like to tell us about one of them?
Which one should I choose? We'll go with Brian. Brian is as he informed me, is a international tournament rep for North America. So he's a previous tournament winner, which says enough as is in terms of what this team is going to bring to the tournament.
Yes. He's in the chat. Wishlock, hey, how you doing?
Oh, it's Wishlock. Okay.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. They're changing the names.
Yeah, Wishlock playing... he played in the previous tournament as Mana Potion with the Demersio. Still playing Demersio. And I don't blame him. Demersio pretty much did a really good job. If I recall, Wishlock, you and Zal, in this case, Via, in the as registered, you guys participated before. If I remember, one of the first times that you guys did, at least that I could recall, was the 3v3 tournament that we held for the 9th anniversary. Because I remember you were playing Galleon. I remember the Odd Sorcerer with the aging strategy. You might have to remind me. DL Oz. What? Wait, was it Celestia? No, it couldn't have been Celestia, because Celestia wasn't up at that point. Because 9th anniversary was... Oh, jeez. 2020, and Noah came out in 2021. Was it? Okay, I'll have to double check, because now I want to go back, because I remember that match was very exciting. Like, the finals match was very exciting. But going back, Wishlock and Vaya have participated together, and there was a lot of synergy with them in the past, and they're coming back together again, which is actually kind of interesting because we have Suiz and now Brian on 2 separate teams, and if I recall, they're at the opposite ends of the bracket. Storm, do you see a grand finals being a betrayal match?
There's a lot of good talent on this in this bracket. I think honestly anything could happen. I expect some rematches from teams who play each other early on and then play each other maybe in the losers bracket. I think we're gonna have a good tournament this weekend.
I definitely agree. All right, that's pretty much all our teams. So one final reminder: if we reach 300 viewers on Friday, we will open up a Google form for 5 minutes. You just fill out the form, IGN, server, that's it. You get 300 ka-ching. We do it on Saturday, open up another form, 300 ka-ching, IGN, server, 5 minutes. That's all you gotta do.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, wait. You're tired, you're in the tournament? Oh! You're the Liberator! I was thinking, like, if that was someone else you're tired. I forgot that you play Liberator. I can't believe I forgot that you played Liberator. Like, in my head, I knew you did, but at the same time, it's like, Yvette's someone completely different. I am so sorry, you're Tyrant. If I lose by like crashing out and bringing the elbow out next to her. Hey. When did the brackets get posted to the website? We're going to be submitting it to our web team right after this. Hopefully we can get it out by tonight. If not, I will have a link to the challenge bracket posted on Discord for everyone to view. And I know you're in the PvP server. I'll drop it in the PvP server too. Alright, but one quick reminder. So it's going to be Gun and Shield versus Shimova. Iconic Shrimp Glow versus Mana. The Last Dance versus Cycle Factory. The Two Stooges versus Lab Rats. Seraphim versus Grotto. Shinova versus Bald Hello Kitties. I think that's actually what it's supposed to be. Bald Hello Kitties, which is weird.
Huh.
Melty Blood versus Thanks Auntie Shimo. And Queen Never Cry versus Low Tears. Honestly, Storm, this is going to be an exciting tournament to see.
Yeah, I think we've got a good one on our hands here.
Mm-hmm. I see Gaston now in the... right in the chat now. Oh, you didn't just join, Gaston. I was talking about you earlier. Alright, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us today as we created the bracket for New Year's Revolution. It's 2025. We got a lot of stuff in store. We have the giveaway, the daily Discord giveaway going on right now for today, but it's still going on for another week. If you guys want 500 ka-ching, join the Discord, click the party popper icon that we have in the game announcements section. You have less than 1 hour to enter. And you can win 500 ka-ching. We're choosing 10 winners. Or the bot is choosing it, not us. But with that said... Oh, I should minimize that. Alright, but with that said, definitely tune in next week. Or tune in this Friday and Saturday for the live stream. And of course, join us next week for the next update. New mod skills for Elsword, Rena, Labby, Rose, and Eve. That's a lot of skills that are coming out, and those are going to be fun to use. I'm GM Raiden. With me is GM Storm. We'll see you guys on Friday.